This is John Paul Wright. I'm coming to you from Tokyo, Japan, and today I want to talk about two people. One, you probably know if you're following Depth vs. Heard. Her name's Eve Barlow, and the second is someone named Ian Miles Chung, if I'm saying that correctly. Sorry to him if I'm not. And the thing is, Eve retweeted one of his tweets, but it just so happens that he is not a supporter of Amber. In fact, over the last 4 years or so, he's been tweeting very negative things about Amber. Now, I bring him up because he's almost on 300,000 followers on Twitter, and he writes articles. So he's not just somebody, a random person. He actually has a decent-sized platform, so that makes his opinion, I think, about Amber more relevant than usual. So let's get into what happened on Twitter, and I'm going to show you guys a history of what he's been saying about Amber and, some famous events that happened and his opinion on them. And I'm sure you guys will agree 100%. So let's take a look at what we got. Here we see it, his Twitter account. This is very recent. He's getting up to 300,000 followers. He says, I say the quiet part out loud. Okay, pretty witty. I will have to throw it out there. He leans very far right on his politics. As you can see, Kyle Rittenhouse on his banner, but I'm not here to talk about that. However, I thought it was worth mentioning. But anyway, let's see what we got. So, here's the main one I want to talk about. It looks like what happened here, because I couldn't find the originals. I looked quite a bit, but I'm pretty sure I figured it out. Eve Barlow retweeted this from Miles' Twitter account because they both agree, apparently, on Jussie Smollett's verdict. He says, if you care deeply about true social justice, then you should be furious. Jussie Smollett created a hoax and used social justice as a platform to promote himself. He hurt the victims of real hate crimes. And of course, she agreed. So I'm pretty sure that's why she retweeted. But then somebody took that and added this under there to remind Eve that, hey, wait a minute, your good friend is doing the same thing. And this is dragged out with Amber, I think, longer than with Jussie Smollett. And with Smollett, it was a little bit of a smaller audience because he was pretty much unknown before that. I didn't know him. He was a small-time guy, but Johnny's huge. So piggybacking off Johnny's fame actually has caused much more of a media hurricane than the Smollett thing. And the Smollett thing is pretty big, not to trivialize it, but I'm just saying, obviously, piggybacking off Depp's name is a lot bigger. So, Eve gets reminded of that. And here's one from July 9th, 2020. So you guys know, this guy does not play games when it comes to Amber. He flat out says Amber Heard is a sociopath. So, there you have it. And I'm sure some of you might agree. Feel free to disagree. The comments are right down there. And here's one from way back in 2018 where he says Amber Heard is here with the Bants. I'm sure you guys remember this tweet here when Amber says, just heard there's an ICE checkpoint in Hollywood a few blocks from where I live. Everyone better give their housekeepers, nannies, and landscapers a ride home tonight. And Amber got quite a lot of feedback on that tweet. And if I recall, it was all very, very negative. And of course, Miles here was one of those people giving that feedback. And probably at this time, I don't know for sure, but he probably had quite a few followers as well. I'm going to guess maybe 100K, probably a pretty significant amount. This here is from the site he contributes to. It's not his site, he doesn't own it, but he writes quite a bit on here. And some things he writes is for Johnny Depp, pro Johnny. As you can see, Johnny Depp sounds off on cancel culture. No one is safe. So basically, this is a great topic for him because Rebel News, as I said, leans right and they're very against cancel culture. So he gets to give some positive thoughts on Johnny, plus he gets to chime in on cancel culture. So Johnny Depp saying that about cancel culture has been a great thing for me and for a lot of people who don't like cancel culture. Anyway, that's about what I got for you guys today. You let me know what you think of Ian Miles' comments, his opinion on Amber. I should note that some people on his political side don't quite think he's doing everything for the right reasons, but I'm not quite sure. I haven't done serious research. However, when I read his tweets and see his opinions on things, usually I think he's correct in what he's saying, especially in this case here with Amber. Let me say a few words about the channel. Got a GoFundMe and a PayPal going if you want to donate down below. Also, quick shout out to Cindy Bryden, Lotus Flower, and Carla Ellis, always sending me some great articles, stuff like that. Consider subscribing here. I'm doing stuff like this, pop culture, Meghan Markle, Marilyn Manson, Depp vs. Heard. If you don't subscribe and you think about it and you still don't subscribe, I guess I'll be sad, but I'll get over it. See you next time.